Welcome to Toffee TV. Here is my three things from Everton 0, Aston Villa 1. A disappointing night at Goodison Park in the end for Everton, beaten by Ollie Watkins' second half goal. And a game that again highlighted the people's fears and concerns that there isn't any goals in this Everton side. And without goals, you can't win games, Michael Owen said famously once. And that is a real fear. It's a real worry. I understand it. I maintain the squad's better than what it's shown, but that doesn't really count for anything if you can't start putting the ball in the back of the net. And loads of work needed on that to create better quality chances. But Everton have actually had 3 good chances tonight and haven't taken any of them. And the position we're in, you can't keep passing up those moments. Ollie Watkins has had, say, 2 chances. One, he's outside the box, but he should really hit the target and put it wide. The second one, he's in the middle of the goal running through and he's hit the target and won the game for Villa. And that's what strikers do. And that's what he's done for them. And it was a key goal for them. They've won the game. And from an Everton perspective, it's another game without a goal. That's 12 in 20 games this season. And it isn't good enough. And these players are going to have to dig in, work hard and try to improve. Because right now, none of them are really looking like you could rely on any of them to get you the goal. And there needs to be, players brought in, but the ones who are here need to step up and start performing and just get through to the summer. And then obviously there'll be, big changes, I guess, in the summer. But it was a disappointing defeat. And we go to Sunday now. Against Spurs, we've lost again tonight. Spurs do let goals in, but it's still a good side. They've got goals in them as well. And we're going to have our work cut out. We always were with these 2 games. I think Sean Dyche had said even before he left that these were 2 tough home games against 2 good sides. And he's left and David Moyes has come in and there's still 2 tough home games, aren't they? The first thing I'm going to talk about is David Moyes using the squad. He's going to have to utilise the squad. I think he's back now. He's had a couple of days with the players, so tonight's really probably too early. But he's going to have to look for different ways. I think I've spoke to a couple of people after the game and they're disappointed that it was almost as if nothing had changed from a personnel perspective. I personally thought we were on the front foot a little bit more. I think the stats show you that Everton have had 10 shots, Villa have had 11. The possession was 50-50. I think they both had three shots on target each, I think. Or 3 big chances each. And therefore, I think we were better offensively. Not massively better offensively, don't get me wrong. But we were a bit better than we have been offensively. But I think people were disappointed today with the lineup, that it was just very similar to what we've seen. And I think the manager's going to have to utilise his squad and be a bit more creative. He finished with 3 at the back. Brien came on, which was a massive change to what normally happens with Brien. But we finished with 3 at the back, 2 were up front. And he's going to have to sort of piece together what he thinks will work once he gets to know the players. But he is going to have to utilise the squad. I've said, James Garner's back in training, that's good. Tim Arabunam isn't far away, which is good. We're going to need Dwight McNeil back ASAP for the set pieces and stuff like that. We need him back. We need Yusuf Chimiti available as another striker. We need them fit and available. And those coming in make it a better, stronger squad. And the manager's going to have to look for the best way to get everything out of this squad. It might be Nathan Patterson. If it's a 3-5-2 sort of thing, it might be Patterson as a wing back. If it's a 3-4-3, you could still have him as that wing back and play 2 inverted wingers or 10s, if you like, with Njai cutting in. Because I do think Moyes will look at this and he's going to need a few weeks to assess it. Of course he is. But Njai on the left, to me, isn't really working. He's picking the ball up too deep for a start. So when he's going past a couple of people, and they were big physical lads, and I feel that all over him, he finds it difficult to wriggle away from that. But it's to what end? He's starting so deep that he goes past the couple. He's still quite far away from the goal. Where you want him committing players in and around the penalty area and maybe playing a little through ball or getting a shot away. And without having a raiding left back, it negates it. So obviously in Moyes' first spell, we had Stephen Pienaar and we had Leighton Baines. So when Pienaar had come in very much the way Ndiaye does, he'd then play the pass through to Baines, who'd already gone. And Baines would cross it, and a lot of times we'd score or we'd create a chance from it. Pienaar was the king of the pre-assist. Where Ndiaye doing that, Mykolenko doesn't want to push on. He's a defensive fullback. Mykolenko, defensive left back. He hasn't got that sort of ability in his game to fly on and pick passes out. He does it occasionally, but he's not someone who wants. If you looked at the other side and looked at Luca Dean, and we had Luca Dean, obviously we know all about his qualities. He plays so high, and when you get in, he plays the little one, so he gets it back, and it's normally a good ball into the box, or it's a dangerous pass into the box. Well, we know all about that, the goals he used to create for Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison, and the chances Everton would get from it. And we haven't had anyone like him since he left. We've had Mykolenko there, or Ashley Young there. And as good as Mykolenko's done at times from a defensive perspective, and as well as Ashley Young has done over there, it's not the same level. And that's an area that I think Everton have to improve on. But that's why the manager's going to have to look at whether it's three at the back is better for us, whether it's Jack Harrison who goes and plays left wing back, or Dwight McNeil when he's fit, because he's offensive and we've got the three centre-backs and your two hold midfield players who should really be making it a five. We'll have to see. But he's going to have to quickly get up to speed with his assessment, David Moyes. I'm sure he will. I have faith in it, but we're going to need all of these players back. Secondly to that, I think personally we need an attacking coach. Now, I know the manager's got, at the moment, Billy McKinlay, Leighton Baines, Alan Irvine, with himself in there. But this is something I never understood why Sean Dyche didn't do it. And whether that's just one day a week, because we're going to have to be more creative in different ways. And it might be that the nuances of an attacking coach, little patterns of play, working with players, trying to build players' confidence up. I know that you can do it in training with certain things, but I always think if you get a specialised person in to do that, you're giving yourself the best chance. Something's going on. These are professional footballers. They should be able to kick a ball straight at a goal, shouldn't they? Really. It's like it blows my mind that we can't take a decent corner when Dwight McNeil's not there. The professional footballers, how can you not take decent corners? How can you not mix things up? It's so weird, but I personally will be throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks. And Moyes has used an attacking coach before. Martinez has used an attacking coach before. Not permanently, but they come in and done certain bits of work that has happened in the past at Everton. And I think, and obviously Duncan was there at times, and he done that, that work with Martinez, the strikers, with Calvert-Lewin, with Lukaku, and then obviously for Koeman, Ferguson done that, and for Marco Silva and Allardyce and then Ancelotti. But in the past, Everton have got specialised attacking coaches in as well. And that's what I'd be doing, because these players need different ideas, different thoughts. They need a bit of confidence. None of them look like they're confident they're going to score a goal. It won't make them 30-goal-a-season strikers, but it might help them get us some goals that are going to be key in the running. And then the third thing, of course, finally, is the transfer market. And it's open now. And tonight, I think, has shown, even though Villa are a really good side and they defend quite well, it's still shown that we need different qualities in this squad. People quite rightly are worried and voice the concerns about the lack of goals, and they're absolutely spot on. You've got to get goals into your side. I think Everton need I really would like Ernest Nuamar, who Everton have been linked with. We've been linked with Tom Fellows as well, and he's a good crosser of the ball. Very much a David Moyes signing, Tom Fellows at West Brom. But Nuamar seems an easier deal right now. And I think he's got that dynamic burst of speed. Plays, He can play right and left, but he played a lot more off the a lot more off the right, but he's left-footed. But he's got a bit of dynamism that can go 1v1 with defenders and commit people. So I hope that Everton can get a deal over the line for him. He tried to do it in August and it didn't happen. So I hope they can get someone like that in who really is, it changes the way we attack. We're so one-paced when we attack. Neymar would give us that pace, that speed. And also I think that Everton need, well, they're going to need another striker. David Moyes has said that. I haven't heard all his interview, but I have seen what he said about Armando Brien, and that looks like that could be it. We're in the middle of January. It looks as though Brien's going to be out till the middle to the end of April. And therefore, Everton quite simply can't afford to do without him for that long. They need a centre forward. He is a loan. Everton obviously had the loan with a option to buy it in the summer. And David Moyes has said if that's the case, then he said there's a possibility he goes back to Chelsea, which normally means there's a probability he'll be returning to Chelsea. If that happens, it frees up a domestic loan place. So Everton, I'm sure, will be looking to see who is available because we need another one. You know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I think it's 17 games without a goal. Beto is a handful, but it doesn't look like anyone wants to really hold the hat on. Schmitty's not fit, so we need another striker coming in. Someone who can put the ball in the net, or certainly someone who can aid the others in that. If we could get Neymar and another forward in, then I think people would be would have a little bit more faith, and then you're hoping that Dom gets a goal and goes on a little run and others weigh in with it. But there's definitely the need for that. There's a need for maybe another midfield player and a left-back for me, an attacking left-back, unless you are going to go to 3 at the back and utilise Jack Harrison or Dwight McNeil down the left. Jack Harrison isn't a right winger. His confidence is on the floor, and we keep playing him on the right where he has to keep checking back to his left foot. It ain't working. It hasn't worked all season. So try him on the left. If you're going to play him, because you know that he'll work hard and run his plums off for you, play him off the left where he can at least cross the ball with his left foot without having to check back. I know some people will say don't play him, but if you're going to play him off there. Switch and jive. If you want him jive wide, give him a go on the right. Give Harrison a go on the left, maybe. But if you play a 3-5-2, that's an option, maybe, to use him as the left wing back. But Everton and the Freaking group, they're going to have to get busy now. I think that David Moyes, that'll sharpen his view onto what he needs tonight. He'll look at that. And like I say, I haven't heard what he said after the game. I personally thought it should have been a draw. I think a draw would have been a fair result tonight. I think when you look at the chances, when you look at the stats after the game, it backs it up. I think a draw. I think there wasn't much between the teams. They got the break because Watkins put the ball in the net. Dominic Calvert-Lewin didn't. And they've won the game, and fair play to them. But I think we need to get some attacking players into this different bit of freshness in there. And hopefully that can help us start scoring some goals. And then in the summer, when you get the opportunity to spend a bit more money, but also change players because players are leaving and out of contract, you get the opportunity to turn the squad around. We need to turn it around with players who are used to scoring goals, fit athletes, and some good creative footballers. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy, but it's a big opportunity. So there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching. See you later.